just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Don't care for me. I wanna have control. Perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. Whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? You in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. So fucking special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to day 4. We're reporting live on the front line of the Ashleigh Burwood and landlord investigation. Just bear with me as we prep the set and put together some things for you. We're looking for information, more information has come through, and we're going to see just in which layout we're able to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to day 4 of the investigation, and today we're going to start off with the right away. Just to give you a brief update on the investigation so far. Is that, you know, as the evidence continues to mount up, you know, each day is almost like a revelation, because one thing that has been drawn to our attention is that most individuals are brought up within this program. So that means that the education system, you know, is part of this corruption, and so it involves, you know, those parts of, the major parts of, you know, any person's formative years, and it also leads into the higher education system, and also into employment. You know, this is where we get this work mobbing from. You know, there isn't a coincidence that the individuals that find themselves in the program, that they're marginalized by society in all aspects. So we're going to pull some cards and just to see what comes up. Ashleigh, Burwood being the management or the rank and file, if you would, of this program. You know, they are the ones that will be responsible for, you know, the day-to-day operations of the system. Right off the bat, we're just going to pull some cards. We're going to pull some cards. You know, as it stands right now, actually, following on, you know, as it stands right now, the landlord is pursuing, you know, this narrative that, they want to gain access into the property, and, you know, they have a amount of reasons, you know, that are adding up. You know, some of them could be these health and safety checks. However, you know, they would like now to actually break in, so they have sent us, you know, a notice, you know, where they say that you know, they would like to, you know, they want to be able to take out an injunction to forcing entry into the home. And as it stands, the cards have said, you got to, they have to be kept away because their reasoning is it's a made up, it's in the shadows, it's done in the shadows, it's made up, it suits their narrative in order to bring this investigation. They want to stop the investigation from going out, from reaching the people. So this is one of the strategies that we found out that they are employing. Okay, let's see what first card off the top comes up. This would mean, when I went off air yesterday, just looking at this card again, this means that these individuals are, they are, this is the gang stalking card, but this also means that these individuals are now, fighting amongst themselves because what we're doing is essentially, by blowing the whistle, what we're doing is we're creating this vacuum within their camp, because they were not on this solid foundation. This wasn't just. This judgment was, this judgment was a fabrication, it was a scandal, it was slander, mostly because these fabrications that they want to use against us do not have this firm foundation. So now there's there is discord within this camp, but this also it also reveals that keeping out of the way, because this is the card of it's a card of this gang stalking program. This is the symbol of it. But what has been coming through is that we're causing, the collective are causing discord amongst them, which proves that they're not as united as they presume to be. This is gaslighting 101. They want to make you feel isolated and as if you have no support, and they are the all numbering, all powerful, or all dominant. They want to use this dominance. They want to use this dominance. This dominance is based on this illusion of that. You're being surrounded by this community. Just on the screen now, we have the courtroom. We have the judge previously and the courtroom. So these individuals are going to be, they're going to have to defend. They're going to have to answer for their, their crimes against humanity, and this will be done, in a legal courtroom, with a judge who is impartial. God is impartial. What more can you show us, Spirit? What more can you show us? Okay, so this means that these individuals have been given this leniency by God. God's Spirit has given these individuals this, this offer, has made them this offer to stop what they've been doing. God is speaking to them, and they've been given this chance to say, okay, now enough is enough. You must stop with this, this program. You must release my people. You must let my people go. Because what happened in the old, in the biblical times, Moses approached Pharaoh with a message direct from God and said, "Let my people go." This was the offer. They've been given the same offer. They've been given this offer where they've been asked, you have to let the people go. You have to let the people go. So this is what is bringing up this discord within the camp. What more can we get? Want to take one from the bottom? bottom there. Okay, their ships are not going to be coming in. Their ships are not going to be coming in whilst they're refusing, because they're refusing this offer. They seem to be refusing this offer. They seem to be hanging on for this dear life. You know, they're waiting for these ships to approach the shore, but they're not going to approach whilst they haven't accepted the contract from God, from above. Those ships will not arrive, because it's all based on them accepting this divine offer from God. Ellie, possibly there's somebody called Ellie within the camp. Ellie is also there could be someone called Ellie by the name of Ellie. Ellie's the first name that comes up here. We're going to just call out any names that come out, or anything that could be related to this case. We're going to ask the audience. Wire. Someone could be wearing a wiretap. There could be evidence coming out. And okay, so celebrations. So this involves that there could be these individuals that are, prominent figures. And this also speaks about that whilst as you continue, you will be celebrated. You will be celebrated because once your liberation is freedom. Is freedom for all. Those involved, the people that are involved in the parties. The people that are involved in the parties. So your liberation is going to be freedom. Whilst this broadcast is on, there's actually a football game on United States, and while the national anthems were playing, the Americans is the land of the free and home of the brave. So you're also being urged for your bravery, for going up against this institution. So you're being noted, you're being celebrated for your bravery. And also the United States is the home of the Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty. So just something for you guys out there, just some encouragement. Encouragement is that spirit, God is on your side. God is on your side. One off the top. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. One of the things, following on from the Queen of Pentacles, one of the things about this program, assuming the parties that are involved, one of the things on the surface is about this this inheritance, this monetary gain, the people that are involved, essentially, one of the things that they're involved in, one of their motives for this program is about finance. And the other day we spoke about how they affect a person financially. Once you're in this once you're kept from being able to provide finances for yourself, they have these, they essentially, take these opportunities from you, because being in isolation, being in this false imprisonment gives them the access to gain the finances. You know, it's quite complicated how this is done, because they could be in a completely different field. In other words, you're not their competition. You know, companies can coexist, but because they rely on the hidden hand of what is behind your imprisonment. You know, behind your imprisonment is kind of by keeping you down, by keeping you out of the way, they receive these opportunities. These opportunities are given to them because they have been hired to keep you down, to keep you from reaching your goals and your potential. So their rise is based on how they treat you. So this is why they're so consistent in this treatment. They're so consistent in harassment and also trying to stop you from your education and also your employment. The name Jack could be significant. Jack could be significant. Jack could be significant. One of the people from one of these companies, or one of the people from the people that are watching. Of course, we have the Union Jack, which is also based on Union Jack is based on the name Jack is we have Jacques or Jack, or also Jacob. It's also Jacob. So then now we have the house, the house of Israel, the house of Jacob, which is the house of King David, nonetheless. So there's a there is this component. Take one from the top. Okay, so now the position that the positions are being traded. The positions are being traded because now you have this endings of because they're the times of being made to effectively be their slave, being treated as their slave, because their earning is based off your suffering. Because in the ten of wands, in the from the 10 of wands, this person is he has these burdens that have been placed on him, but those burdens is coming to an end because then now you're going to be celebrating. Bear with me one moment. Okay, welcome back. Just went for a water break. So it's important. So to stay, especially hydrated within this these times of this. It's especially important to stay hydrated. Especially important to clear the throat chakra. The chakra is for the throat chakra is one of the tools for the whistleblower. So they will one of the symptoms is you get this you feel your throat. You have to drink lots of water, not only in order to get your messages out, but also to stay hydrated and allow yourself to channel that information out. So I have to remind myself to drink more water, especially during these times. As we're releasing information. So your throat chakra could be, significant. Significant. What you're saying, the feel that you might be going through is that you may feel that you need to be heard. You may feel that you haven't been heard enough. So, this is something that could be happening. But and also what you have to say, will be heard. So have no what you have to say will be heard. So be encouraged by that. Once you feel that something in your heart, then it always goes a long way. So following on, this is the Chariot. So the Chariot speaks about this determination, this enthusiasm, this also this belief, and also this confidence in what you have to say and in your messages. Getting your message out there. This is a determination, but this is also a divine card. Give us some more messages on these organisations and what's happening with their organisations. What messages does Spirit have about organisations? Okay. Second divine, another divine card here. We have the Magician. So Spirit wants to let us know that these individuals, these organizations, they once had this reign, creating these illusions and having this sort of manipulation over the people. But that is, Spirit has shown us that is coming to an end, because in this card, he also this card also speaks about, to use this, one of the 7 Hermetic laws of as above, so below. So what was once up is now going down. So these organizations are going down. They're being brought to earth. Essentially, they're being brought to earth, being brought down to earth. From the top, they're being brought down to earth, and this will enable you to have this new beginning. Then now you have this new, you have this, you have this new beginning, and also, you have this new beginning. You have this this new vitality. This new inspiration to move forward. To move forward, almost, with a form of, a freeness, being, this freedom. Okay, we're going to consult with some investigative cards. So okay, so far what we're gathering from the cards so far is the organizations, they've been made an offer, to kind of like a peace treaty, to a ceasefire. They've been offered this ceasefire, which until our liberation, they're kind of refusing this. They're contemplating this ceasefire. They are contemplating because they're weighing up their options. They're weighing up their options. They're weighing up their options, and I believe we're gonna have to pull some more tarot because they seem to be weighing up their options. They seem to be weighing up the options in order to, how could they find a way to resolve the situation, because Spirit is offering them a chance. But on this card, on the four of cups, this individual knows he's been, he has this offer from Spirit. He knows he has this offer, but he is reflecting on these, these other thoughts, these other, he's ruminating his thoughts. He's thinking about these other things, these other options. What could he do? What could he do in order to celebrate? Because this offer, what they may not realize is this offer is the end of this. Is the end for this, this ordeal. It will bring an end to the ordeal, and this is an ace card. It's an ace card. In other words, oftentimes, we're given an opportunity with this cup that it's more than we assume for it to be. It's more than we could imagine for it to be, because this is a divine cup. At the end of the day, it's a divine cup, and because they can't see what is in the cup, they don't want to take this risk. It's a risk for them. They believe it's a risk because the mind they're working from is a mind that has its own ideas what life is about. These individuals are possibly trapped in a draconian, a draconian system. They could be trapped in a draconian system where they believe to manipulate and dominate others is the way to do things, and submitting to Spirit is a form of a defeat. They believe it's a defeat. and they cannot be defeated. But a ceasefire isn't defeat. A ceasefire is calling for dialogue and being able to, reason with what you have and on all parties agreeing. So this could be these draconian, these old ways of doing things, but they do not. They're contemplating. They are contemplating. Until we meet for dialogue in the courtroom. Spirit is offering them a way to end this ordeal. They're offering them a way to end this ordeal. They're contemplating. They are contemplating, this offer. They are thinking about this offer from Spirit, from God. They're thinking about this offer from God. They are thinking about it. The offer has been made. In this time now, the offer has been made. They're thinking about it, but they're going to have to let go of. They're going to have to let go of their previous plans. Those plans of subjugating. They're going to have to let go of those previous plans. They're going, they will have to let go of these 3 cups to take this, this offer that's there. Forgetting, letting go of the past. You're going to have to let go of the old way of doing things. Spirit, let's see what can you tell us about what could you tell us about this 4 of Cups? This 4 of Cups. What can we get from this 4 of Cups? This offer that's been made by Spirit. Okay. Okay, Spirit has told them that, Spirit has told these individuals that, you have to let them go. Pharaoh has to let the people go. He has to let the people go. This will be a triumph. This would be your return, your triumphant return. Your triumphant return, and that's what they would have to. This acceptance of being able to let the people go and not seeing it, seeing it from a different point of view. Seeing it from a different point of view. There are no winners. There are no winners when one has suffered or gone through. How we perceive is that we are made better people. We're more understanding of others through our own suffering. We're more understanding of others. So it's a different perspective. That's what Spirit is really. That's a message out. That's a message going out. Is that there have been the way it's how you perceive. How you perceive this is how you perceive. Is how you gain how you have your victory. Your victory and your success is how you perceive and how you let go. It's also about letting go. You know, there's a scenery of Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur when he returns from his, when he returns to Rome, and he goes to meet the emperor, and he has this triumphant return. Of course, being through war, they have these, there's always some form of casualty that happens. There's always some sort of injury that happens. But the return home is the victory. The return home is the victory, and all else is let go. You leave everything on the battlefield. Everything has been left on the battlefield. This individual has left everything on the battlefield, and he's returned home. And it's how he's perceived it. It's how he perceives it. That is the victory. That is the victory. So that's another thing that Spirit is urging us, is also having this capacity to let go of the pain, or the past, and also the things that we've had to letting go of the ordeal on all parties. There is no. That's how we have victory, is by letting go. Just a few more cards. One at the top. Yes, we have the sun. Yes. Illumination, truth, the divine card, the happiest card. This is happiness. This is the happiest card on the deck. This is a message that's going out to all the people involved, is that once, this offer could surprise them, should they accept it. But also, this means that we have, the subjects. We have, this, this new horizon to look forward to. The sun is above every, it's the happiest card. It shows happiness. It's new life. It's vitality. It's the happiest card. They call it on it's the happiest card within the entire deck. Any card, whatever card you would put next to it, the sun would illuminate. The sun would illuminate any other card. So this is extremely. It's an extremely happy card to receive, and it also bodes for this investigation being offering it's offering the truth. It's about the truth. So what we're getting from this is that Spirit have asked these individuals to accept the truth, and also make known the truth. You have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. You're going to need to tell the truth, because one of the things that we've learned about this ordeal, this program, is that a lot of the actions were being done covertly, but now they're being made to say, okay, now you have to be, you have to reveal what has been going on. You have to. This is the truth is coming out anyway, because we're working. Spirit is already, revealing the truth in trickles. It's trickling. It's being revealed in trickles for us to, the collective is, a person is uncovering something. This investigation, information is coming out. So, Spirit has already highlighted the entire entire case, Spirit has already revealed everything. You know, a person may receive it in almost like stages. In stages. They might be receiving it in stages. Their offer that they're being given is for them to come forward with information. So they're being urged to come forward with this information, to reveal their hand, in this, to reveal their hand in, this ordeal. I want to say, they have to show their hand. They have to show their hand. And the person has their arms crossed. They're going to have to show their hands. Put everything on the table. Everything has to go on the table. Who's been involved? What has been involved? What they've, essentially everything. Because Spirit is saying, look, this information is already coming out. But if you go forward and you tell what has happened behind the scenes, you can have this cup. You can have this cup. You can have this offer. You have this offer. This offer to really it will be between them and Spirit, between them and God. Between them and God. But they have this offer that's been given to them. They have this offer that's been given to them. Okay, shall we pull some more? Shall we pull some more? What else would you tell us Spirit in these organizations? What else would you tell us in this organization? Following on more information on the sun card, the sun comes out every day. The sun comes out, comes out every day. So any moment, we could have this, we could have, this truth, this reveal. However, the sun is also shedding light every day, so these revelations are going to be made. Okay. Now, the Page of Cups is this message that the page delivers. This page delivers this message. So what we're getting from here, what we're getting from this card, and also this this Four of Cups previously, is that what they could be thinking about making this offer. It could be a small offer. It could be a small offer that they're making. It could be a half truth, basically. It could be a half truth, if I'm honest with you, because this individual, this page, he seems to be thinking about only saying what they think you want to hear. So they could be approaching it like that. But Spirit tells us, we have to be, we're going to have to, we're going to have to take it to trial. We're going to have to take it to trial, go all the way and listen and hear. We're going to have to go to a hearing to see, let them say everything. But it looks like, because they're thinking about this, which is probably assuming to say something which is a half truth, this looks like that's what they believe they want to do. They don't want to be, Spirit is asking them to be honest in this situation. Spirit is asking them to be honest, and that's how they get this card. But the Page of Cups, you know, the Page of Cups is in this situation, they're not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They're not telling the whole truth. This is their approach. The approach needs to be of a higher rank. They need to you know, really be honest. You know, Spirit is asking for honesty in this situation. Okay, can you please, Spirit, please clarify the Page of Cups. Please clarify the Page of Cups. Okay, I think I have two here. And then this one. Interesting, because you know, Ten of Cups, that's, you know, one of the happiest cards of the deck, and you know, the Empress, you know, she's trustworthy. She is trustworthy. So that is very interesting, very interesting because the Empress, she's trustworthy. She is trustworthy. However, being that we've put this card between 3 and the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, this reduces down to a 7 of Wands. So this Empress, they could be approaching in reverse. They could be approaching in reverse, because the Empress, you know, she's trustworthy, but the minus or the reverse Empress is should we consult? The reverse Empress is not, you know, you know, the reverse Empress is somebody that is going to tell you what they think you want to hear, because you know, between these two, between the 3 and the 7 equals to 7. It means that still carries this gang stalking energy. That still carries this gang stalking energy, because in that particular card, there's one person who's on the hill and on top of the hill, and he has 6 wands pointing at him in his direction. So that speaks about him having to stand his ground, and also, you know, stand his ground and really be, you know, diligent, you know, like stand his ground and be determined. It's extremely important to stand his ground, because if they're approaching in reverse, that means they're not being forthright. So that confirms, that clarifies this Page of Cups. So they're approaching in this joyful or nonchalant manner, nonchalant, playful manner. You know, they'll be very playful. Almost as if nothing happened. Okay, well, the dialogue is necessary. Afterwards, once we have this dialogue, then we can assume and say our freedom has been achieved. We go our, you know, separate ways. You know, this has been made public. You know, justice has been served. You continue with your life. That's what, you know, that's what Father God asks us to do. However, the Empress approaching in reverse is somebody that is still, you know, not being 100%, you know, honest. They're not being honest. You know, they're being, you know, they're still being manipulative. They're still trying to control. They're still trying to control the situation. You know, they're finding a way to control because, you know, letting go of control for these organisations is the most difficult thing. Is to let go of control because they've been so used to control. They've been so used to control for such a long time that them letting go of this control is almost like a burden. It's a burden that they feel like they're being burdened to let go, and you know, that's what we're getting from that. So, you know, so this would assume why they're taking. This would assume why they are in this contemplative mood. Because they're trying to figure out how can they control, how can they keep control of you know, this situation. Okay, bear with me. Just check the timing. Check the time. Just over an hour. We're going to get some investigative cards. Don't have much space on there, but you know, we'll see what we can do because you know, oftentimes, you know, they kind of give these direct messages. You know, they give these direct messages of, you know, what the person is actually doing. You know, or what the person's actually what their plans are. Hebrew love. Okay, Hebrew love. That will be the divine message. However, we're going to have to clarify. Clarify the Hebrew love, pardon me. Placing the Hebrew love next to the sun, you know. Pharaoh, when he had to release the people, when he had to release the Hebrewites, you know, in order for them to, in order for them to return home, they were able to build, you know, they were able to continue and build, you know, their dynasties, their family, you know, their foundation, because behind this entire program, the aim and the motive behind is about a person's happiness, is about a person's joy. How can, you know, joy, you know, because once you reach your joy, you're untouchable once you reach your joy, because your joy is what raises you. So, you know, a person that's in the program, one of the things that you find is that they never want you to have any form of joy. They don't mind how they don't mind how they go about doing things. They're on this, you know. So you're you know. In other words, the reverse of that. In other words, the reverse of that essentially is do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes you happy. Your joy is the most paramount thing. Is the most important thing. The most important thing is your joy, and it doesn't there is no rules to your joy except do what makes you happy, and of course, do not harm others. Do not harm others. You just want to, your soul will always only be happy by doing right, because once you do wrong, any wrongdoing doesn't sit well. So whenever you're following your heart always leads you. Your heart always leads you to do the right thing. So your joy is what you're going to bring about this matrimony, this union within yourself. This union within yourself gives you this this vitality now, and then now you're able to experience healthy relationships with people, because now you're happy, you transmit happiness. These are the things that this program is really trying to do. At the heart of it is they want to cause as much they want to stop a person from being happy. So once you're being happy, once you focus on this joy, this is this is one of the things. That's what brings you the happiness. But here, Hebrew love, and also we have the sun. So love is being drawn towards us. We're acting from love. If there isn't anybody around us, acting from love, creating this love, imagining this love. Imagine what would it be like to be in love with somebody. Imagine it, really imagine it, like really feel it, and then you'll be surprised. You feel this warmth, especially during these times. Let's get one more. Advocate. So that's another word. Hebrew love, followed by House of King David. House of King David. Hebrew love, followed by the house, the royal house of King David. Followed by the house of King David. So okay, so now we have, the house of King David. So this is a divine card, because God made His promise, that made His promises to the forefathers. He made a promise to. A promise was made, for David. Like he released. David was released from this persecution, and established His house. So God also speaks to us and says that the house of King David will be re-established and will reign, and this is one of the promises that this is one of the promises God makes, and also this speaks about the royal bloodline of King David, the tribe of Judah, because here we have, between Hebrew love and House of King David, you have these these lion figures, you know, these lion figures with the pharaoh, you know. So, you know, the people being let out of Egypt with, you know, determination, going through and, you know, establishing their own, establishing their house, forming their house. So there's a promise, you know, marriage, joy, happiness. You know, these are promises, you know, that it's essentially that you've been promised this freedom. You've been promised this freedom and this emancipation is a promise made by God from the throne room. Okay, guys, that'll be all for today, for this investigation. What we're going to do is possibly, shall we? Let's pull one more from the Game of Thrones. Considering we're speaking about the house of King David, let's take one card. Let's pull one card from the Game of Thrones deck. Spirit, show us what we need to see. What do we need to see? Show us what we need to see. These organizations. About the organization. About the organization. Okay, this one. Okay. We have Dawn. Number 18 in the major arcana. Dawn is the moon. That's the moon. And today is lunar. It is lunes. La Luna. It is Monday. So it is. So this also speaks about. This is a divine card first and foremost. You know the celestial divine cards that follows the star. So follows the star. So this card speaks about that this could be happening. You know, these changes, this new dawn could be happening. You know, fairly soon. You know, this could happen on within this month. Within 30 days, you know, that these offer that these individuals have, you know, it really has, you know, the number 4 weeks. It could be 4 weeks. It could be in 4 weeks, you know, the 4 phases of the moon. The 4 phases of the moon, you know, these individuals have this offer to make. So, you know, we could be hearing from these individuals. We could be hearing them. You know, we could be hearing from them. In what capacity? We'd have to find out. Yesterday we had, what capacity? We'll have to find out. Perhaps we could look more into that, because in yesterday's reading, you know. In today's reading, they've been made this offer. So now we know that they've been made this offer. So now we know that they've been given this, time to think things over, and able to and think about this offer. So, you know, but they almost have, we almost have a month, 4 weeks. 4 weeks to find out, 4 weeks to see. Okay, guys, maximum. We have about 4 weeks. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Until tomorrow, God bless and love you all.